Well, welcome back to the show. It is that time of the show that we do every week. Of course, I'm talking about our recruiting report, which means our Richard Davenport joining us from our KRK studios in Little Rock. Richard, let's get right to it. First guy we want to talk about is Derek Hall. He is from Gulfport, Mississippi. This linebacker, pretty fast, I hear.
That he is. He's ran a 10-800 meters, which is pretty incredible for his size, 6'5", 215. Then he recently ran a 22-4 in the 200 meters. That's freakish athletic ability. And he recently narrowed his list down to 8 schools. Arkansas is one of them. He plans to visit Arkansas this week possibly, if not this week, sometime in the near future. Another thing that really sticks out to me about Derek, he's just a great young man. Very impressive, very mature for his age.
All right, this staff really looking to build the O-line. It can start with guys like Jack Buford. He is from St. Louis. This kid has 26 offers, you say?
Yeah, he's a guy that Coach Fry, the offensive line coach, is really working on trying to get him down to Fayetteville for a visit, and I think eventually he will. He's definitely one of the better offensive linemen in the region and in the country. His uncle, Bobby Joe Edmonds, played at Arkansas and has been telling him really good things about Fayetteville and the university. So I think there's like I said, I think there's a really good chance he does make it down and visits at some point.
That's good news. Another guy who is an offensive guy is Branson. He is a center from Texas, Arkansas in his top 8 as well.
Yeah, and mainly because how the coaching staff is recruiting him. He really relates well to Coach Morris and Coach Fry, and just talks how genuine they are, and he really respects them. Another thing that he likes is he believes Arkansas is just on the verge of becoming an elite program, and I think that obviously that's something that top caliber players like Branson, that they want to. That's what they want in a school, and obviously he believes that. So he's definitely a guy that to look for a visit this spring.
This staff going over high quality talent. All 3 of those guys 4 stars. This guy a 3-star cornerback, Marquise Read. He is from Texas. Visited on Wednesday in the rain. Got an offer. What do you think about that rainy practice?
He liked the enthusiasm. He talked about how fast the practice was compared, I guess, to his high school. Really was excited about getting the offer from Arkansas. Coach Morris told him on the practice field right before practice started, and that was a good way to start the day for him. Mark Smith, the cornerbacks coach, is doing an outstanding job recruiting him. I'll look for him to visit again at some point. All
right, and Richard Leslie, let's talk a very coveted sophomore. His name is Darius Snow. He's from Carrollton, Texas, went to Hebron, which is also where Dietrich Wines Jr. and Zach Rogers went. What can you tell me about him?
He's a linebacker playing safety. He's 6'2", 215 pounds, and can bring it when it comes to physicality and intimidation in the defensive backfield. Really like him. He's another guy that's very impressive. You talk to him and you feel like you're talking to a guy that's 25, 26, 27 years old, much more life experience. He's a guy that really has his head on straight. Mark Smith's also recruiting him and trying to get him on campus. He looks to visit Arkansas at some point. The main thing, just keep on him and try to get him to Fayetteville, and you got a shot.
All right, I like it, Richard. Thanks a lot. Of course, he knows it all, and if you want to follow him on Twitter, you can at AR Recruiting Guy. We appreciate you, Richard. We are going to have much more Pig Trail Show after the break.